different types of items. So if I go into new item, launches a wizard, and we can choose from various different types of items. We're going to cover a couple of different items in this, but the first one is just going to be a normal stock item, which is our standard type of item really. And this is going to be a handgun item, and the description is just going to be handgun. Our extended description, which is a description we can write quite a lot of text in if we want to. Maybe a description so that when our salespeople come in here, they can see exactly what this item does. Okay, so I fill that in there. Next thing is going to be the units of measure. So we want each on there, which is our default unit of measure, but we're also going to have dozens and cases on there as well. So if I just go on there and select dozens on that line, and I can also select cases on that line, or case on that line. So there we can see dozen is obviously 12, our case is 50. Okay, now we can then give it a category. Our category is going to be handgun. Okay, onto the next screen. The costing method for this is going to be a FIFO costed item. And all the costs are going to be £5. And I'm going to pick 3 random suppliers from here. And whenever we've got a list like this, we can tick multiple ones like I've just done there. And when I click OK, it'll put all 3 in. It's quicker than selecting one and going back in, doing another and another. We always have one as a priority supplier for this item. So basically ticks one of them. We can obviously change that if we want to be another supplier in the list there. Okay, on to the next part, which is the pricing. Now, we should really give it a wholesale and a retail price so that if our business customers are on wholesale pricing, they would get that price, and if we've got consumers on the retail price, they will get a slightly different price. So that's why we've got the 2 different prices in here. So the wholesale price is obviously usually cheaper than the retail. So let's do £10 and £20 in there. Okay, and then I finish the wizard. And there's a couple more things I just need to add in, which I can't do through the wizard. If I go into the setup tab for the item, now that I'm in the main item, we've got a field here for commodity, which is just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and down here we've got options for weights as well. So our weight for an each is going to be 1, which should be kilogram. Dozen is going to be 12, and for a case it's going to be 50. Okay, if I just go back to the general tab, I can double click in here and put an image on my item. So if I go back to my workshop course and to my images, and I'm going to put that belt gun image on, the same one that's actually on my company logo that we put on earlier. So I'm going to put that on there. We can also change other things, any other things that we might have missed in the wizard or that weren't there in the wizard, we can change them all here. Okay, we save and close on that, and we'll go and create another item, which again is going to be a normal stock item, and this is going to be bullets. Okay, so we're going to give that a unit of measure of each and cases. We'll put it in the guns category. This is going to have a costing method of standard costing this time, and the price and the cost of these we're going to put as £1. Again, I'll pick 3 random suppliers. Okay, and then wholesale and retail pricing, going to have £3 for wholesale, £6 for retail price. And again, when I finish the wizard, I'm just going to nip it in the setup here and put the commodity code in here. Okay, and again weights. Okay, so save and close on that one. I'm going to create another item, which is this time going to be a holster. Units of measure. Again, it's going to be, we're going to have dozens this time, and we're going to have cases. That again is going in the guns category. It's going to be an average costed item. I'm going to set these costs to 2, and suppliers, we're going to have 3 random suppliers again. Okay, the pricing on this is going to be £6 and £8. And I'm going to finish the wizard and again just nip in and do the commodities again. And the weights. Okay, so when I've finished entering that, I'm going to save and close, and I'm going to create another item, but this time it's not going to be a stock item, it's going to be a service item, which is basically a non-stock item really, but we can differentiate between usual non-stock items and what we call a service item, which is obviously for services. So this is going to be an installation 1-day service. Okay, and this is going to have doesn't matter about units of measure on this really, we're just going to go straight to the costing, and this is going to have an average cost, and the average cost of this is going to be 20. And the pricing is going to be £70 and £100. Okay, so there's my item. Save and close on that one, and then go into find items, and I can see the ones that I've put in. We've also got the stock types in here, and we've got tabs along the top for the different types of items as well. Okay, now what I'm going to do is create some opening balances against them items to put some stock effectively in from an opening balance transaction. So in here we say what item we want, so it's going to be handgun first, so I'll do that one. So my first line, okay, transaction date is going to be the 11th of December. Okay, and we're going to put 1,000 in, like so. And we can see the other details. If we scroll along here, we can see it's going to put them into our main warehouse, which is the only warehouse we've got at the moment, into location 1, which is our main selling location. So that's effectively going to input 1,000 of our handguns into that location. Okay, the next thing we want to do is put bullets on. Again, we can copy down, although the F6 button isn't there. I could use that F6 function to copy if need be, but because the lines are different, I'm just going to do it manually. So again, the 11th of the 12th. Okay, and for our bullets, we're going to put 5,000 in. And finally, we're going to put some holsters in. Okay, so again, it's going to be the 11th.